Hello pretties, welcome to Vivster. I'm super happy you're here because today I'm doing a regrets video. I've mentioned in my last video that I kind of wanted to do a regrets because there's definitely some products in my collection that I wish I didn't buy, but I did. I am honestly usually very selective with what I bring in. Give me a second. My dog's being real loud. Just hold on. Sorry about that. I forgot to take off her collar. She loves to bite her own tail, so she'll chase herself around, and she loves to bite on her collar too. So she's quite loud, and she decided to stay with me today. We'll see how long she lasts. Usually she doesn't take more than just like 5 minutes, and then she's usually out of here, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'm doing a regrets video. I mentioned in my last video I'm very selective in what I bring into my collection, so I don't have too many of them, but I definitely have a few. I usually do my research before I purchase something to make sure it's something that I'm going to like, but this, it is what it is. Before I get started, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That way you can become a resident of Vivsterville. And I would love to see you and watch all my videos. I hope you like it. You like them. Definitely give me some advice if you don't like them. What do you like to see differently? Anyway, like I said, there's usually quite a few products that I do my research ahead of time. Like even this Super Shock Shadow from ColourPop. Although I don't like the shade, it's slightly light for me. I didn't realize it was too light for me until like way later. So I enjoyed it for a long time, so I don't regret buying it, and I'm almost done with it. But this product, I could do 100% without. I'm going to start with this NYX color corrector concealer kind of thing. I'm almost done with it, which I'm very thankful for. I bought it as an impulse. I want a new color corrector. This one's just too greasy and not enough pigment to actually color correct. So I could definitely do without. This is a regret. A non-makeup product is this Ecotools sponge. I've heard a lot of people talk about this, like Rebecca Morgan. Rebecca Morgan swears by this sponge, but I just find that this is too like hard. It looks squishy, but it's not. It's really hard compared to like my Real Techniques. It's just so much softer. Or even my ColourPop one, like this thing is like marshmallow. This is thick and it's hard, and when you wet it, it doesn't become softer. And I find like it has a really hard time applying powder as well as really doing my under eye concealer. I really like this for the like all my face, but for like my under eyes, which is the main thing I use sponges for, it just doesn't. The blending part's really good, but like my under eye blending and powder, no, I do not like that one. I mentioned this one in my last video, which it is a makeup product that in my most likely to tag. I mentioned the Rose Icing liquid lipstick. This just, it gets too clumpy by the end of the day, and it just does not look so good. So I really don't like it, but I bought it as a trio, and I actually love the other two that are in that trio. Just this one was a fail for me. It's just too clumpy, looks it, and it just did not look good at the end of the day. This is good for like an hour, 2 hours, maybe 3, and after that it just slowly goes downhill. Another lip product is the Black Heart Beauty, and I again mentioned this in my last video, but I wanted a black lipstick, and I basically was buy one get one free, and so I bought this one. I really wanted the black one, and it's not great. It's not terrible, it's just I don't really like the shade, and it's too thick. It's just not for me. It's really a hard shade for me to pull off. It's like this like deep white burgundy. I don't love it. This, I wish I would have done a little bit more research on it. I bought the cream gel color thing from ColourPop because I heard that this was easier to make your wings with it. I actually struggle with this a lot. I ended up buying the liquid pencil, liquid liner. Yeah, liquid liner. Should have just read it from the beginning. Still struggling, but it is what it is. Ended up buying the liquid liner, and this is actually a lot easier for me to make wings with it than it is with this one. So now I'm just like, I don't know what to do with it. I still try to use it from time to time. If you hear that very sharp like sound, my dog just caught her tail. There she is again. Sorry for that. But she's so cute when she does it, so I can't like really stop it. Anyway, I kind of wish I would have done more research. Ended up buying just a liquid liner instead of this one, but it is what it is. I don't know what to do with it. I'm gonna see, maybe my sister might be interested in it, but I don't know that she will. The e.l.f. Putty Primer. A lot of people love this, and they say it's such a good dupe for the touch-up primer, and I don't doubt that it is. The issue is that I personally don't need a pore filling primer. I am blessed. I don't have large pores. I have slightly big pores in this little area right here. But what I found out is that the e.l.f. powder actually does a much better job on smoothing that out than this does. So this is really unnecessary. The good thing is I'm almost done with it. There's only the lightest little bits left in the corners of it. It's really sheared out in the center. I'm almost done with it. I really regret buying this product. I did not need it. I did not need it at all. But it is what it is. I have two highlighters. First I have, see if I get it right here. So this is Golden Hour from ColourPop. So this came in the duo with Siren, which is a blush, and I actually love that blush. It was my perfect blush. It is a discontinued shade. ColourPop, if you ever want to bring it back, I will buy it as a single. Please do bring it back. Favorite shade. I actually just finished that shade a little while ago. And then this with this. This was just a little too golden for me. It's a fine highlighter. It's a little bit too glittery also. It's very thick. I don't love it. I regret buying this highlighter. I really wish it would have been sold as a single. This I could have totally done without. On a similar note, I actually bought another highlighter from ColourPop. I actually like this formula of this one better. It's not as glittery. It's more like a duochrome. It's more paralyzed. It's hard to explain. It's very soft but buildable pink color. It's beautiful, really. But I regret buying it because I don't use this. I think I've only used it like 3 times. I've had it for like 2 years. That's it. I don't know why, even though I said all these beautiful things about it, I never ever use it. I don't know if maybe I need to put in like a project pan to like really force myself to or what, but I never use it. I got it because I did a build your own palette from ColourPop, and I bought a bronzer, a blush, and this highlighter as long with 12 single shadows. I don't use this highlighter. I really like it, but I don't use it, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because the L'Oreal Los Angeles color highlighter is very similar to this one, and I kind of like that one a little bit more. I just really like that formula. I don't know what it is. I just don't use it, and I told you all these beautiful things about it. I don't know. I just don't know. And lastly, I have the Morphe 24G. And again, I mentioned this one in my last video, and I mentioned it when I first ranked my palettes. I do kind of regret buying it. I'm not going to declutter it, and I've really learned to appreciate it, and I like it. But I could totally do without. There was definitely a time that I considered decluttering. I'm glad I didn't, but I really thought about it, and for a moment there I almost did. And it's funny because I actually ended up with 2 of these. When it first arrived, one of the shades was shattered, and I actually ended up like cleaning it and repressing it, and I gave that one to my mom, and Morphe sent me a new one, which is this one that had all the shades really nicely pressed in. But like, although I like it, I don't need it. And that's it. Overall, considering how big the collection is, and I mean, I say big in a relative matter, I feel like I have a more realistic collection versus a lot of other people. I'm happy with what I've got. You know, a lot of them I've learned to appreciate, and a lot of them I'm really close to being done with, like these 2. I really hope I can get them done before the end of this month so that for my inventory it'll look really nice. But anyway, not the point. The point is I really want to get rid of them. Tell me some of the products that you regret buying. Is this maybe something that I personally love? Because I know a lot of people love this, you know, Pretty primer. It's just not the right thing for me. So anyway, that's it. Thank you for coming. Hope you like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye, guys.